Journey 2050, Plant Health Lesson 2. What is sustainability? Remember that sustainability are the ways that farmers can manage plant health to produce enough food for the world while also preserving the environment for future generations. Soil is a huge part of this, and today we're going to be learning about the nutrients in soil, how they can be depleted, and how farmers can prevent this depletion. As we watch the video, discover what 3 primary nutrients are necessary for healthy plant growth and how can they be replenished. How does a plant resist disease and pests? What are the best management practices? And what are the 4 R's?
Nutrients are essential. We need them to produce food. They provide energy and support the growth and maintenance of our bodies. Without adequate nutrients, people become malnourished and cannot protect themselves from disease. We get our nutrients from plants and animals through the food we eat. Animals get their nutrients from the plants they eat, and plants take nutrients from the soil and elements from the air. Plants require 17 essential nutrients. The primary nutrients are nitrogen, N, phosphorus, P, and potassium, K. Each nutrient does many things for the plant, but the basics are this. Nitrogen is often called the builder. It is necessary for chlorophyll synthesis, which helps the plant stay healthy, green, and strong. Nitrogen helps make plant proteins as well. Phosphorus is referred to as the enforcer. It helps the plant trap and use the sun's energy to make food through photosynthesis. Plants also need phosphorus to grow healthy root systems. Potassium is often called the protector. Potassium protects our plants against diseases and helps them stay healthy when it is cold or dry because it helps move nutrients and water in the plants to where it's needed most. We may not realize it, but the soil beneath our feet is a vibrant source of life and nutrients. Soil is home to lots of living and non-living materials. This includes rocks, minerals, bacteria, and countless insects and organisms so small you need a microscope to see them. It takes a long time to make soil. As rock crumbles and erodes, the minerals mix with the organic material from the remains of plants and animals that decay over time, creating nutrient-rich soil. Soils are like a bank where nutrients and water are stored. Plants get the nutrients they need from the soil through their roots. If these nutrients are not replaced through the use of fertilizer and organic material, the bank is depleted and the soil will slowly become less fertile. Nutrient-deficient plants show symptoms like turning pale yellow in color and have poor growth. They are less able to compete with weeds, resist plant diseases, insects, or drought. These plant health-related problems may result in less food grown with lower nutritional value. Let me tell you about best management practices. Developed from science and experience, they're used to prevent soil depletion, improve production on current land, and make sure farmers aren't forced to move on to new fertile land elsewhere. As a result, more natural habitat is preserved. Best management practices range from simple planting of shelter belts or hedge trees to reduce soil erosion to more technical practices like the use of global positioning systems for the precise application of nutrients. Best management practices will be different depending on where you farm, but each practice allows farmers to do more with less. To maximize sustainability, farmers use best management practices such as the 4R nutrient stewardship system. First, farmers test the soil to find out what nutrients soil needs, and then they select the seeds that will grow best in the area. Next, they can use the 4R nutrient stewardship system to precisely apply the nutrients required to grow a healthy crop. Farmers start with the right source to determine the correct combination of nutrients. Then, they figure out the exact amount the plant needs. This is the right rate, not too much and not too little. The nutrients must then be applied at the right time of year and the right place in the field to increase crop uptake. Take a look at how the 4R nutrient stewardship system can help farm families. For example, in Kenya, farmers carefully apply fertilizers, plant material, or manure near the plant's roots using the 4Rs. Here the nutrients are being applied on the surface. so they are at risk of being lost to the environment. Too many losses can cause negative impacts on the air, water quality, and habitat. In the long run, it's not sustainable. That's why best management practices like the creation of riparian areas and the use of the 4R nutrient stewardship system are so important. They can improve crop yields, increase soil quality, increase farm profits, and protect habitat. You will have the opportunity to help your farm families use best management practices to improve sustainability. Remember the sustainability barrel. Be thoughtful with your choices. And always keep in mind that every decision has more than one impact on sustainability.
So why does soil matter to agriculture? Crops that we eat grow in the soil, as well as the crops we use to feed livestock that provide us with foods like meat, milk, and eggs. Soil is the basis for all of those things. The three primary nutrients, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, are necessary for crops to grow. Remember the bank analogy for stored nutrients. How can we replace those nutrients? Well, they come from nature, so you can use manure, some kinds of fertilizer, or organic sources such as compost. How does overall plant health affect a plant's ability to resist disease and pests? Picture two individuals. One eats a balanced diet, exercises, and has overall good health. The other does not consume a healthy diet and is much less healthy. If both of these individuals were exposed to the same contagious illness, which one would most likely get sick? The less healthy individual. This is the same for plants. Plants can exhibit varied levels of overall health. Optimal plant health begins with proper nutrients. For plants, most nutrients are absorbed through the soil. Many nutrients are essential in photosynthesis, the process that plants use to make their food. Kind of like cooking, a balanced, healthy meal requires ingredients from all the food groups. Plants need a balanced variety of nutrients in the soil to be healthy. Maintaining optimal plant health helps plants get better able to resist pest and disease, thereby requiring less human intervention and less human work. Plants will grow vigorously and be able to outcompete or grow faster than weeds, meaning less time is spent on pulling weeds and protecting the plant from weeds. Plants will grow to their genetic potential and produce more food. And ultimately, isn't that what we want? Choices come in varying degrees. There's poor management practices, good management practices, and best management practices. Management practices refers to the way someone does something. Now remember also the 4R nutrient stewardship. The 4 R's represent the best known method of applying nutrients to crops. Regardless of the type of nutrient used, these practices must be followed for ideal crop yields, environmental protection, and economic returns. One example of this is the canola crop. Look at the test plot on the left and the test plot on the right. Which crop looks healthier to you? The plot on the right relied only on the existing soil nutrients for plant growth, which was not sufficient. The plot on the left was fertilized using the 4R nutrient stewardship model. As a result, the Canada crop had the proper nutrients to grow to its best potential. Notice the following. When fertilizers are properly used, they provide the exact nutrients needed by soils and plants, reducing the risks of losses to the environment. Fertilizers applied based on science and the 4R nutrient stewardship guidelines is essential as we strive to feed the world. Manufactured fertilizers are responsible for 50% of the world's food supply. Without it, we may not be able to feed everybody. Sustainability farming game, level 2. You will now navigate and play the game. This time, after logging in, and remember Mrs. Spall's teacher code, it's very important to enter that so you get credit, you will select level 2, nutrients. Level 2 allows you to see the impact of adding nutrients to the soil and compare 3 nutrient management practices. As you farm, you will be asked if you want to make investments that cost money but will be used to improve the roads, research new seed varieties, and so forth. Explain these are examples of real-life investment opportunities that exist in each country. Farming isn't easy. There's a lot of choices to make, and this is your opportunity to explore those choices. Good luck!